Java is a high-level, class-based, object-oriented programming language designed by James Gosling and developed by Oracle Corporation. It was released on May the 23rd, 1995, and is one of the most popular programming languages to date as a general-purpose language intended to let programmers write once, run anywhere. The language has a lot of great uses, such as being one of the supported applications in Google's official IDE Android Studio for Android app development. It is very good in software development in PCs, data centers, game centers, scientific supercomputers, and more. It is great for building and running server applications, and is also nice for supporting artificial intelligence and Internet of Things devices. Now, here are a few things to note out before you pick Java as your main programming language over C++ or Python, which are going to be the two things I compare it to because they are the most similar. Unlike C++, it is not natively compiled, which means it is slow at executing the code that it is given. It also has a mean syntax verbosity, which means that tasks in Java require a lot more lines of code as opposed to Python. Programs written in Java tend to take up a lot more memory than C++. Another thing is the learning curve that's in Java. It is significantly difficult to learn Java because of its verbose and strongly typed syntax, coupled with a vast ecosystem of libraries, making the language somewhat difficult to learn, especially if you're new to programming. It is leagues more difficult to learn than Python, but relatively easier to learn than languages like C++. Again, now I know that was quite a few negatives, but here's why you might want to pick Java over other programming languages. It is platform independent. Java code once written can be run on any operating system that has a Java virtual machine, and this is what sets Java apart from other programming languages. It is also useful because the language offers great coding practices for object-oriented programming concepts such as encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism. The language as of 2024 is 29 years old, and it has features such as inbuilt exception handling to avoid issues before they even become problems. It is built for multi-threading, easier for coders to develop programs that run concurrently like multiple tasks. Big W for responsive user interfaces and scalable server applications. It has got a massive community of programmers that not only contribute by adding libraries, frameworks, and tools for software development, but also offer great support in the form of forums, written tutorials, and a whole lot of other resources to help people learn, improve, and fix their Java programs. Definitely worth the effort of learning the Java, and while I don't promise it'll be easier than learning Python, it is gonna be fairly easier than doing C++. My name is Andrew, and I'll be taking you through the entire process of getting started with Java, maybe teach you guys a few core concepts on the way, lots of fun projects. So leave a like if you're excited, drop a subscribe to the channel with notice on so you get notified when I upload the next video in the series, and feel free to check the description for links. And if you have a question or something to add or something to take away, then please comment down below. But with that being said, let's get started. We're going to need an integrated development environment, which is where coders write their code and develop software. So it's like software used to create software. Amazing stuff. In this tutorial series, I will be using IntelliJ, which you can get from the link down below in the description. You just have to download the community edition, which is the free open source, but has everything we're going to need for learning. Another thing you're going to need is Java Development Kit, which is basically the resources that we need for developing Java. So, linked up in the description again. You're going to pick your desired operating system, Linux, Mac, or Windows, and then you're just going to download those softwares, get them ready, get them set up, and when you're done with that, you can head on to the next step. When you're finished installing, you can go ahead and open up the IDE. You'll be met with something like this if you have this version. And you're going to see a screen such as this one, unless of course you have open projects where they're going to pop up on the right side here. You can have projects, you can customize a few things, have some plugins you can learn. You can open up a new project, open up an existing project from your hard drive, or clone someone else's project on GitHub or maybe your own. We're going to create a brand new project here. Here you can create a brand new project and you can actually name it whatever you would like. So I'm going to name this one Hello World because we're going to be creating a Hello World project, which is the first project. Location, you can actually specify when to save your future projects. You can choose to create a GitHub repository. Here, make sure the build system is IntelliJ. You can pick your newly installed JDK here. For me, there's a bunch of these, but you can actually pick the one that you want. And at the recording of this video, September the 15th, Java 23 is coming up in a couple of days. So it's going to be maybe different when you actually do yours, but as of right now, mine is 22. If you watch after September 17th, you have 23, so that's cool. You can leave these as they are. We're not going to add sample code because I will be showing how to create all of that in a bit. So let's get straight to that. Alright, so this is what the IDE should be looking like when you created a brand new project. You should have your name at the top and your file path and everything else down here. Now, this background image does not come by default. You're going to have to set that, which I might do in a future video. But as of right now, I need you to follow along. So what you want to do is you want to right click on this, create a brand new package. And then you want to give it something like a website. So imagine you have a website, something maybe you would have like maybe, for example, learning.java.com. Well, here you're going to use the reverse domain name, which is how you name packages. So it's going to be com.java.learning. Now, obviously, you don't actually need to have a website.com. You can name this whatever you want. This is just something that is recommended. You can name this whatever you want. This is just a good practice. So learning.com. And then if yours doesn't have this particular formatting, if they're all on the same line, then you might want to have to come here and then you want to tree appearance and make sure that flatten packages, flatten modules, and compact middle packages, these are all disabled, so it will look exactly like mine. When you're done with that though, you're going to have to right click on the learning one, and then you're going to create a new Java class. And then here, once again, you can name it whatever you would like, but I'm going to name it main because it is the main class that we create. And you can also resize this if it's too big for you. In here is where we're going to write our first Java program. Now I'm going to want you to follow along to everything that I do from now on. I'm going to explain it later because if I explain it now, you won't get it. So public static, you can follow along, void main, and then you want to have these parentheses, brackets. You can have string, not can, you need to have a string, square brackets, args, and then curly braces. And then inside here, we're going to write a few things. So we're going to type system.out.print line, ln, another bunch of brackets, and then a semicolon at the end of it all. And then in here, you're going to have double quotes, and then you can pass in hello world. You can pass in whatever you want here, but this is the hello world project, and reaching this stage, you have successfully created your first ever Java program. Now all that's left is for us to run it and actually see it in action. You can press this button here, or you can use the shortcut, which is Shift plus F10. Both of those work very well. And as you can see, we have successfully printed hello world to the terminal. This is the first ever Java program. Absolutely amazing stuff. Alright, I think I'm going to leave here for the beginning of it. You've created your first ever program. In the following video, the next video, I will be showing you data types and very useful string methods that you'll be using in Java. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.